The world just keeps moving faster and faster. It seems like literally yesterday I was looking at my pumpkins in the garden. It's shocking how quickly time moves, and the cycles and seasons of our lives come and go round and round in this grand wheel of seasons and planets and cycles and circles and ages of our humanity.
New Year's Day. New Year's Day.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Have a good workout.
Have a good workout, sweetie. For those of you who do like to observe New Year's, I just want to say Happy New Year's. I like it because even though you may have distinctions from the Georgian calendar or Gregorian calendar, in your particular, maybe you follow the Celtic calendar, which I also do, but there's some really cool stuff that was kept by Byzantium from pre-Christian times in Egypt, and the goddess Isis or Nut giving birth to Osiris on New Year's when the dog star is at its highest is one of those relics. And so the New Year's energy is quite potent, and also just culturally, and that carries its own energy and impact. And so I do enjoy celebrating the turn of the wheel, and I kind of feel like as a pagan we get lots of holidays, and I truly enjoy that. Samhain is the beginning of the turning of the year to the new year, and you enter the dark. And then now we are in the season where it's still dark, but the light is returning, and so the seed in the soil is probably, not quite, but getting ready to, it's germinating, and then as the days grow longer and longer, the bird call in the mornings will stimulate, the stomata in plants to open, and the seed will begin to break through into daylight and then continue to grow as spring fully blossoms, and it's just ongoing every year. And so it might seem mundane or repetitive, but we're always changing and growing with every cycle. And so that's where the excitement comes, is like, what's new in you? What has grown stronger? What has grown softer? What has been disabused of its illusions? What has become more magical? And so I do enjoy making resolutions, and I do understand that probably the energy will die off as the year progresses, because that's just human nature. But if I don't set them at all, I'm even less likely to try to make changes. And so I really do think that having goals, so you clarify a goal and then you break it down into baby steps, and that's I don't have my book here, but that's a lot of my book is broken into exercises that you do, and these can be true for anything you want to do, whether it's health goals, lifestyle goals, school, whatever. You set a goal and then you break it into baby steps. And it sounds like somebody's at my door, so I'll be right back. My fire with me, I spend a lot of time in front of my hearth. It is just such a place of refuge and delight for me. And I'm having We didn't actually drink that much last night. We were very moderate. And we had a guest who is a neighbor, and we just had a low-key night. We managed to stay up past midnight, which is pretty rare for me these days. And we walked our guest home, and we heard lots of, turn you a little this way, lots of fireworks. People were doing little homemade fireworks. And my son had a friend, and they had a lot of like the treats that we had here, the snacks and hors d'oeuvres, and they took them upstairs, and they went out and tried to find some fun, but it was so cold that they came home. And it was just so cute because he had his friend spend the night, and that's the first time he's had a guest spend the night in several years since some of his friends moved from this complex. And it's just cool watching my son grow up and become a man, you know, and he's just such a good man. He's still a teenager. He's, you know, he's got his teenage moments, but he's a really good person. And I was concerned because he's growing up with all this exposure to online, you know, social media and like saturation. But he's just way too smart to be like pulled into MAGA stupidity or red pill dumb fuckery, pardon my French. He's just too smart for that, you know. And also, I keep those lanes of conversation open. We talk about feminism. We talk about the ways that men have challenges that are unique to men. And I don't deny that. And maybe that helps him see that feminism isn't some kind of raging banshee coming out of the forest naked with, you know, vagina dentata coming to eat your balls, you know. He knows that's not what it is. And he's just a really sharp guy, and I didn't do it. He's just a good person. So, okay, so that's my mom moment. But anyway, yeah, how about you? Do you have resolutions, plans, goals? I would love to hear your resolutions for the year. I would love to. I have spent a year making videos and learning a little bit about editing, but I have a phone app that's pretty limited. I'm trying in a very unhealthy world to be healthy and not have a just, you know, a very toxic relationship with your body and with food. To have a healthy relationship with all the dynamics of life, and that includes being aware that we live in a society and culture that fosters addiction because we've been stripped of the sacred. And for me, the sacred isn't held in religions. I mean, there's a little bit of that in religions, but there's more abuse and shame and toxicity in religions. And I don't care what it is, whether it's Islam, Judaism, or Christianity. And even, you know, even Buddhists, like there are Buddhists in Thailand that go fight with each other, but I have a feeling that those are over resources. Like, so, I mean, I just think that organized religion just is not the truth. And any patriarchal religion that denies the feminine aspect of God has to be a false religion. So, yeah, so I find myself as sort of a deep ecumenicist, somebody that was deeply imprinted by Catholicism because a family in my neighborhood raised me. Well, they influenced my sister and myself, and I took to it like a duck to water. And Catholicism is beautiful. It's a beautiful religion full of ancient Egyptian rituals and Mithraic mysteries. And so there are profound truths there. And it's sad that, the church is stripping its pagan quote-unquote elements, because those are where the truth is found. But anyway, I have lost my train of thought. I think all I'm really trying to say is that in a culture that has been stripped of meaning and driven into, really, our religion is money and productivity and consumption, consumerism, and that's a suicidal cult, and that's what we live in. And so within that, I'm trying to bring my vision of health as a whole picture to a community and anyone who's interested. And so I welcome you to my 7 Sacraments of Health channel, and I also welcome you to 2024. Welcome. Hail and blessed be. Also, YouTube, you could help me out, all right? You could pump my videos out, all right? Do me a solid.